Let's now have a look at use of may and might. May indicates probability. It may rain today. My uncle may come tomorrow. Probability. May is also used to ask for permission. May I go with you to the cinema tonight? May I come with you tomorrow? May is also used to ask for permission. Might is the past form of may. So might also indicates possibility or probability. It might rain today. It might snow today. It might be a heavy snowfall today. Now let's have a look at use of must. Must also indicates possibility or probability. Like, the visitor must be Daniel. I have seen his car outside. So the visitor who has come outside, he must be Daniel. There is a possibility that he should be a Daniel because I have seen his car outside. So must also indicates probability. Must also indicates obligation. That something is obligatory. Something is compulsory. So must indicates obligation. You must be back at 10 o'clock. Otherwise, Dad will shout at you. Must indicates obligation. It is obligatory that you should be back at 10 o'clock. Remember that we can also use have to instead of must. Must also mean have to. Have to also indicates obligation. Either you use must or you use have to. Meaning remains the same. You may say, you must be back at 10 o'clock. You have to be back at 10 o'clock. So both must and have to, they indicate obligation, compulsion. Need to. Need to also indicates obligation. Need to means something is necessary to be done. You need to study a lot. You are very weak in all the subjects. Need to, necessity of doing something. Need to also indicates obligation. Needn't, you need not have a university degree. So there is a lack of obligation. Must indicates obligation. At the same time, must not indicates prohibition. Must not. When we add not to the modal must, it indicates prohibition. That something is prohibited, something that you should not do. Mustn't. You must not drive without a license. Otherwise, the police may catch you. Must not or mustn't is the short form, contracted form of must not, mustn't. Shall and should. Shall is used to indicate that something that we are going to do in future. That's something we have decided to do in future. Shall. I shall go tomorrow. I shall visit the museum. I shall be back at 12 o'clock. Should indicates advice or an opinion. When you want to advise someone or when you want to give an opinion, you may use should. Should. You should drive very carefully. The road is very crowded. There's a lot of traffic. You should drive carefully. Ought to again indicates advice or an opinion. You ought to drive carefully. It's very crowded.